I just wanted to do a quick little, I got an inspiration this morning to knock out some healer roulettes. Well, not roulettes, but dungeons as my healer. Maybe leveling roulette. But first, I'm going to set up. I'm going to set up my weekly things here. Let's get this set up. I'm not going to be able to see the chat while I'm setting this up, so if anybody pops in or if anybody's saying something already, unfortunately, I'm not looking at the chat for the time being. Setting up a little bit of automation here. Copy, apply, apply. That's not the right thing. I need to do Natron. Brush. Running on. Running pretty low on rock salt. Gonna have to get that up soon. Day one complete. Necklace. Silver ear cuffs. Ooh. We're super low on something there. What was that? Tin sand. Yeah, we're short. Only one short, so we can knock that out real quick before I go to my dungeon. But I will need to grind some of that soon. Where are we? Oh my goodness. Neglecting my island is finally catching up to me. Or if we're gonna have butter. I think we will. We're gonna need more rock salt soon though, which is kind of a pain in the butt to get, admittedly. Looking for jam. We're looking for butter again. Now we're looking for jam one more time. Copy, apply, apply. Looking for a boiled egg, which sounds delicious, admittedly. I might have to make some for snack post-stream. Show me a man who does not enjoy snacking on a boiled egg, and I will show you a liar. So we're getting low on the scale fingers as well. Cotton balls. We got a lot of catching. Well, I mean, we're ahead, but I've definitely got some grinding to do to stay ahead. Under 100 cave shrimp. Sorry, messaging somebody about potential stream plans tonight. Um, this. Or snip. Boiled egg. Seaweed that turns into black salt by burning. I don't remember ever gathering that, but I'm glad I've had enough to make all these damn boiled eggs they want me to make, because it takes 3 each, which is kind of nuts. Definitely got some gathering to do off stream, boys. Alright, last day, and I'm back to normal. I'm gonna have to gather some damn salt for some eggs. Oh, here it is. I was looking for just the second word. Oh, and look, they want more salt for this, too? The salt economy is out of hand, boys. Formula. Last one. Some cornflakes. Everybody loves cornflakes. They're... I'm not gonna say it. Oh, that's pickled zucchini. I'm looking for pickled radish. I'm using a lot of sugar cane too. I think that's one of the I think it's one of the crops that I'm growing, thankfully. We are getting quite low. Alright, we are low on just 410 sand for now. I'm gonna gather that real quick. Let me send a message to somebody real quick. That message has been sent. See if my eyetracker's working. Looks like it is. Just double checking, making sure we're good. Hey, Hers, what's up, buddy? Sorry, I was looking at a... There's like a chart you can look at to do what is predicted to be like the most... There's a Discord where people there's like a whole like stock system. You see all this? It's like a whole stock market system, and there's a Discord where people run like math on what they predict like the most valuable stuff is going to be every week. And so I had to pull up my other monitor, so I couldn't see chat. How you doing this morning, buddy? Or tonight, I guess, for you? Grab that 410 sand, so our next week will go off. Ooh, a shooting star. Make a wish. Okay, I made a wish. Did you make a wish, Herbs? Don't tell me what it was. Only 3:48. I'm right. I'm a little tired, man. I've been having some real issues sleeping. I went to bed around midnight, and for the last several nights I've woken up after 5 hours of sleep, like on the dot, like 5 hours, and I wake up wide awake. So it's been a little bit of an issue, admittedly. Been a little rough trying to get some sleep, but you know, it's nothing I can't get over. I assume you slept pretty well after all that schmoovin' you did on stream. Honestly, I need to get back to exercising myself. I think that would help my sleep a lot. I need to wear myself out so I can get a little bit better sleep. There's the tin sand. So it's just gonna be any of these little puddles, or these little piles in the creek. We only need 4. We should gather more, but I can do that off stream when I'm not holding people up. And by holding people up, I mean holding you hostage, watching me gather tin sand. Slept about 4 hours because I'm an idiot and that's what I do in the week. That sounds awful, my brother. Are you, like, you good? That's actually concerning. I hope you're feeling all right. What's up, Tan? Good morning, buddy. There's enough island stuff for me. Got my stuff set up for the week. Check my other stuff. I've got enough materials for the week, so everything's good on that front. How you doing? I'm tired. I woke up I went to bed around 1, woke up around 6. Like I was telling her, so only got about 5 hours of sleep. Not the best, but I'm hanging in there. I also, this morning, I got the compulsive urge to do a little bit of cleaning. I got frustrated looking in the fridge, and there was just a bunch of leftovers, like old leftovers that were no good. So I took out all the old leftovers, which was almost everything in there, and I threw them out, and I cleaned all the shelves in the fridge. So that felt pretty good getting that done this morning. And then I guess that honestly that probably improved my mood this morning. That's probably why I got the urge to do something and why I'm on live right now. I am only gonna go for around an hour-ish, so maybe just a couple dungeons. I was just gonna kill some time until Dev goes live and hang out on his stream. I'll probably ran out to him. No real reason. I'm just very much a night owl and then have to wake up at 8:20 for work. I feel that, dude. Even when I'm pretty tired, if I stay up too late, my brain's like, okay, we're doing this again. We're staying up all night, you know. So, not the best. What's up, sorry? How you doing this morning? I don't usually stay up late, so the last 2 nights have been pretty rough. Dude, I figured you'd sleep pretty alright, considering you were busting a move on Pistol Whip so long. Oh, Tan. Your name is the same color in my chat as Hervs. I thought you were Hervs. Yeah, Tan, I imagine you're exhausted. You wake up super early for work, and you've stayed up very late. Did you get the umbrella? You got it now? Starry's doing good. That's good to hear. It's nice to see your face, even if it's for a short one. My hairless face. Not hairless. I got some shitty, dirty stubble going on. You know how it is. Alright, we're queuing in. We're a healer. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe knock out a dungeon or two, and then raid out to Dev once he goes live on some Tarkov. Spend some time hanging out with my Canadian friend. The friend up north, if you will. Yeah, I did a bit more grinding to get the 800 allied seals needed. I mean, it's neat, right? It's neat. I'm not saying you wasted your time at all, but man, that fight, a 20-minute fight for a damn umbrella, man, you're a stronger man than I am. I'm cool with just having the little lion stick. The umbrella is cool, but just not for me, I think. Not for the amount of effort it wants. Oh, man. But yeah, I think knocking out like a small, it wasn't really that small. It took me a little bit to clean out, but getting all the leftovers thrown out and cleaning out the fridge shelves, I took all the shelves out, scrubbed them down, got them nice and clean. That felt good. Nice little boost to start the day, you know? And I got a nice tall glass of water. Now I'm at work, and the last 2 nights of like 5 to 6 hours of sleep is killing me. Dude, I understand so much. I have, like I was saying a minute ago, I have real issues getting to sleep and staying asleep. So, particularly when I'm working like a desk job, I get like 4 hours in, and I'm doing this right here. You know, like I'm fading hard. I gotta get up, make myself wake up, and that's hard to do when you're swamped, man. It is so hard to make yourself get up and wake up. At least for me. I have such trouble sleeping that when I'm tired, man, my body's like, do it. Take advantage of this moment. This is all you get. The advantage of working from home is that no one can see you sleeping in the chair. Just don't snore. What do you do, Herbs? If you don't mind me asking, feel free to. If it's too personal, no pressure. Um, yeah, I don't know if I can. I did work from home when I was working for Nashville, the government of Nashville. I was doing IT stuff there, and like one day every 2 weeks I got to work from home, which was great because I was driving an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back every day. So my day off was great. But man, sometimes it's super hard to stay awake when you're working from home. It is way hard to stay awake. Which, speaking of that, I'm gonna take this time to brag on myself. I was just talking about this the other night. I don't share specifics. Yeah, no, I wasn't asking anything crazy. You do internal IT, cool. So you get what I'm saying, dude. And when you're just sitting there, like you're sitting there and like you've kind of hit it like a lull. There's not a lot going on. You just start fading quick. Anyways, so I was working for a big city doing IT stuff, and I live an hour and a half away from this big city, and we had a blizzard. It was a blizzard by Tennessee standards, a few years back, and everyone who lived in the area said, "Oh, we can't make it. We can't make it. There's too much snow." So my dumbass, they made a group chat at 10 a.m. I had just ended a shift at 6 a.m. I was doing the 12-hour overnights. I just ended a shift at 6 a.m. They made a group chat at 10 a.m. and woke me up. And everyone's like, "Oh, I can't make it in. I can't make it in." And so I was already awake at this point. So I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go in." You already woke me up. May as well. So I packed a duffel bag with a blanket, a pillow. I threw like hot dogs, ramen noodles. I just threw like clothes. I just threw a bunch of shit in there. And I drove all the way to the city, an hour and a half away normally. But I drove like 40 all the way there because the interstate was all icy. So it took me like over 2 hours to get there. I'm just cruising. And I got snowed in for like 3 days. Nobody else could make it in. I was there for 3 days. I did not leave the office. Um, Exhausting. I didn't really do anything. They had them working from home. I was just there in case something happened and somebody needed to be in the office. I only did like one and a half shifts of work in 3 days. But the part that sucked was I had to wake up every 4 hours to do a data center walkthrough to make sure nothing was literally on fire. Um, so I had a cot. There was a cot there in case something happened. I pulled the cot to my desk and was sleeping at my desk. Um, F that. It wasn't bad. I was bored and I was very tired because after 3 days of waking up every 4 hours, by the end of it, the good news is by the end of it, I was just sleeping. Like I was just sleeping all the time, waking up, going to do my walkthrough, and then going back to bed. Um, but I was so tired, man. By the end of the third day, I was so ready to go home. And when somebody finally came in to replace me, I was out. I dipped. I was eating hot dogs and ramen noodles for like 3 days. I got paid a lot of money. I got paid a lot of money for doing it. But I was so tired, man. I was so tired. I did have plenty of time to kill though. Like they had a gym in the office, like way down in the basement of the office building. I went to the gym every day. I was crushing it. uh, so I did end up having to work on like my last night there. I had to work a shift, and that was awful, dude. I was so tired. So I was covering the overnight shift on like my last night there, and uh, it's the government, so the only people calling in overnight are like police officers or firefighters that are having usually password issues, but technical issues. Dude, I was so tired, man. I accepted the fact that I was not staying up. I literally at this point. So originally, when I wasn't working, I had the cot in my manager's office because we had like a big room, and then his office was like off to the side from the big room. So he had his own little. He could do like meetings, whatever. I pulled the cot in there, lowered the blinds, closed the door, and I was just snoozing, man. I was sleeping so good. Well, as good as you can sleep on a cot, you know. When I was covering that shift, man, I pushed my chair away from my desk, pulled the cot up to my desk, and was just sleeping. I had the ringer on my phone, like my little phone thing, set to cranked as high as it would go. I only got like one call, but it scared the shit. Like I woke up so fast. As soon as the ringer started going off, I like sat up like fucking Frankenstein, you know? I think longest I've done is just over 24 hours when we've been upgrading stuff. 24 hours straight? That's rough, man. That's rough. If you need 24 hours straight, I applaud you. Yeah? Oh my god. You're a strong man. I hope you got more than 4 hours before that. Hope you got more than 4 hours of sleep before that. Curtis, have you ever played Raft? Let's see, it's 4 where you're at now. So you're about 6 hours ahead of me. I think I've done the math on that before, and I just forget because I have the worst memory. Now you haven't played it. I got invited to play Raft. Somebody said they would get it for me, and then I would stream it with somebody else. Like we'd do like a co-op stream like once a week. The only issue is they wanted to start playing it tonight. But there's a new Warframe update out today, and I want to play it with my friend, who I haven't spoken to. He's the same friend I was playing Baldur's Gate with, but he's been super busy with school and work, so I really haven't heard from him, which is why we haven't played any Baldur's Gate. But he was supposed to be on today for the Warframe update, but I don't know when he's going to be around, so I've got to cover some stuff. Also, the other thing is that I'm afraid of the ocean, genuinely. Like, playing Sea of Thieves, when I get knocked off the ship into the water and there's, like, sharks, man, I get genuine anxiety. And so they're like, I told them that, and they're like, you might not want to play then. Warframe is where time goes to die. Dude, I love Warframe. You could not take the grind. I love Warframe. It is very grindy. It is very grindy. But I think it's like a good grind. It's not like a shitty grind. Plus, it's like a power simulator built in. Dude, the update they're doing today, they're changing the way like shields and stuff work. So it's a pretty big update. They're also reworking my friend's favorite character, which I didn't tell him that part. I was letting that be a surprise when he got on. There's a bunch of stuff in this update, so I'm pretty stoked for it. Honestly, like I'm really looking forward to it. I'm probably. It was fine, but I think the open worlds were just a bit much for me. The open worlds suck. I'll be the one to say it. I don't like the open worlds. The mining is annoying. I don't really like the mining that much. The fishing is also annoying. Most things you do in the open world suck. I'll give you that much. Everything else in the game, I love. Yes, it's grindy. Yes, it can be annoying when you're looking for like one specific thing. No, I'm not free to play. I've spent probably a couple $100s on Warframe over the last 10 years or so. But honestly, if I've been playing a game for like a fucking decade, then I feel justified spending like $200 on it, you know? I enjoy it. I think it's fun. So I might if that friend does come around the night, like he's supposed to, and we end up playing it, I'll probably be live tonight on some Warframe content. You ever play Path of Exile? Yes. So I liked Diablo. And then I got Diablo 3 on PC, and then just never really played it. I originally had it on PS4, and I almost got the platinum on it, so I played the shit out of it. Got it on PC, never really played it. Because in between getting it on PC, I played Path of Exile with a friend. Path of Exile is just a little bit too complicated for me, but it spoiled me because I bought Diablo 3, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling it. My dumbass went and bought Diablo 4 on release because I had the itch to play an ARPG. I get in Diablo 4, you got like 5 moves. You got like literally like 5 attacks, maybe 4. You might only have 4 attacks in Diablo 4. I don't remember. I didn't beat the game. I got so bored of it, and I was at the time playing with somebody who was not the fastest. So he was like the game was already kind of slow, and then I was like waiting on him sometimes. So I just like, man, I got burnt out of Diablo 4 so fast. because I got used to the Path of Exile system where you had like all these moves and shit. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do, and then you get on Diablo 4 and you're a bear and you're like yeah, that's all you do. So I got pretty burnt out on Diablo 4. PoE ruins ARPGs. Exactly. It's just too good. Can't wait for PoE 2. I've spent a not good amount of money on Path of Exile because so the same friend. If I say a friend, I'm probably talking about Blob. That's the same person I played Baldur's Gate with. I was playing with Blob. And if I'm not playing with him or my other friend, I will not play because I am mentally incapable of grasping the game. So this is how it usually goes. We start playing, and then he scales. They understand the game. They know how to they know what gear to look for, what stats to look for. We start playing, and then eventually my damage just kind of falls off. And then about every 2 acts, Blob has to pull me aside, like, okay, share your screen, let me see your gear. And then he helps me get my gear in order, and I'm doing fine for another and then I kind of taper off in another 2 acts, and Blob's like, okay, share your screen. Like this is the cycle. And then we get to maps, and we start doing maps together, and then we stop doing maps together. He does maps on his own. I do maps on my own. I get in the death loop where I'm not gaining levels anymore, and I'm not having fun in maps anymore, and I just stop playing because I don't have anybody to play with anymore. That being said, I bought one of the expensive cosmetic packs for myself because I thought it looked cool. And then Blob, he's from Egypt, they released... They released a pack where you get like an Anubis looking outfit, and then you get like a big Anubis portal, and I was like, fuck dude, Blob has to have that. So I bought it for him, even though it was like $100. I sent it to him, and he loves it, dude. He loves it. He uses it to this day, I'm pretty sure. So I've bought 2 of the expensive packs, one for myself and one for my friend Blob. And I don't have that much time in Path of Exile. I think it's very fun. It's just a little bit too big for my brain. My brain is not strong enough. I have 350 hours logged, which, okay, when you say that out loud, that's actually a decent amount. Okay, it looks like Blob says he should be around 5 p.m. my time for Warframe. Hey, look at that, Q-pop. I was on autopilot. I just clicked commands without even thinking about the fact that Q finally popped. So around 5 p.m. Maybe I can eat dinner early and then just do Warframe after that. I'll see when he's around until...
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
We're doing Warframe tonight, boys. Some War Frizzle. Oh, dude. He's going for the big pull. I'm so far away. My brother in Christ. I love White Mage, dude. I kind of fell out of love with White Mage for a little bit, but honestly, leveling Scholar to 90 has reopened my eyes on how good White Mage is. Because Scholar is just so underwhelming. Yeah, so maybe 6 my time according to Bob. I didn't mean to hit Sheercast. Like a dumbass move to use there. Last Epoch should be out of early access soon. Highly recommended. Take a look at that if you like RPGs. Seems fun. What I've played so far, not too complex. I own Last Epoch. I bought Last Epoch because Blob, my friend who plays Path of Exile, and my other friend who played Path of Exile, both of them have that one. They got it before the multiplayer update. we all owned it before the multiplayer update, actually. Because we expected multiplayer update to come out soon, and then it finally came out, and I don't think any of us ever played it once the multiplayer update came out. I did play a little bit of it solo. Not too much. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Classic. To be fair, though, like, we're all adults, you know? Everybody's got stuff going on. One of my friends is, like, he has a full-time job and spends a ton of time with his girlfriend. Yucky, right? So he's always super busy. He's kind of a flight, not to put, you know, not to talk shit or anything. And then Blob, the one I usually play games with, he's like a full-time student and working a full-time job, so he's busting his ass right now. So I get it, like, you know, he's got stuff going on. I'm not hating on him. But yeah, we just never got around to it. I'm sure we will at some point. I'm not worried about it. It'll happen. I'm just saying, Herbs, we haven't played one game together, so I mean, like, you know, let he who's not in a glass house throw the first stone. Just throwing that out there. Just saying. May as well wait for full release anyway now. Oh, yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, like, it's not that I forgot the game existed or anything. I've even seen it in my library recently. I just don't have the ARPG itch right now. I satisfied the itch playing Diablo, and I'm just good for now. I'm just good for now. You play Darktide? That's mostly all I play at the moment. No, I don't have Darktide. It is on sale, but it's still like almost $30, I think, which a little rich for my blood right now. A little rich for my blood right now, unfortunately. It's also on Game Pass. Ah, shit. It is on. I think my Game Pass just expired. Like, I think it either just expired or it expires in like 2 days. So we may have missed the window on that one. Also, you're really good at Darktide, and you'll make me feel bad about myself, and then I'll feel like I'm not doing anything, and it'll become a whole thing. You know? You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying, as a matter of fact, because you were saying the other day how you like to be good at stuff, and you take it very personal when you're not. That's how I am, but specifically with, like, I have to perform well. Not, like, to the extent where, like, I don't mind if I'm, like, playing something solo, but if I'm playing, like, a group game and I'm not, like, among the top players, it's not like a I'm better than you thing. It's like I feel the need in my chest to pull my own weight. Like, if I'm the worst one on the squad in a game, I feel terrible. I'm having a bad time, probably. You're a cat and not particularly good, dude. I saw you slaying the other day. I saw you sending little psych bolts out. Exactly the same. Yeah, you get it then. Matter of fact, I saw Darktide on sale, Herves, and I thought of you, and I was like, I could get this and play with Herves. And I was like, one, it's still like $30. Two, I don't want to feel bad. Because Herves is going to kick my ass, I'm gonna feel bad. Damn, the same 2 boots of healing dropping back to back. There's an answer to that problem? Are you gonna say buy it and get better? Get good, scrub? You son of a bitch. You've grown predictable, Herbs. You've grown predictable. I beat Liza P, man. I'm as good as it gets. I'm too old to be unpredictable. All set in my ways. True. True. You're like an ancient stone statue. Speaking of Liza P, dude, I since beating it, I've been thinking about Sekiro. I'm like, man, maybe I should try like Sekiro again. But then I remember that it fucking beat the shit out of me the first time. What's up, Huntsman? Every time somebody plays the bonk sound, I think of the fact that I need to get something that dents my head in for like 3 seconds every time somebody plays a bonk. You know what I mean? That'd be so good. I need to look into that eventually. Hey, speaking of not that at all, I went to order Domino's recently, and they've like reworked their like point system, and so now you can get like all this like random shit for like smaller amounts of points. You beat the King of Puppets. Hey, but you beat him though. That's a good start. Just consuming brown bean water, dude. A little brown bean water in the morning is good for you. I mean, it's probably like long term not the best for you, but I'm not even a big coffee guy. But sometimes, man, sometimes that shit hits. Sometimes that shit hits in the morning. Not to get... Hey, don't sidetrack me. I was complaining about Domino's, damn it. So I was on Domino's ordering. And they're like, hey, we got this deal. We've got pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. Which, by the way, sounds delicious. They're like, we've got this pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. It's normally 40 points. We'll give it to you for 20 points on a mobile order. I go to mobily order it, and they're like, oh, sorry. This is only if you order delivery. You only get this if you order delivery. And that shit made... I'm mad. I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it. You know what? I'm a fat man, and I'm allowed to be mad about my pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread being dangled in front of me. And they're like, oh, sorry, you didn't order delivery. Dumbass, you picking up your pizza? Off with his head. You should be mad because they made it the same price, essentially. I just wanted my damn pepperoni stuff. I've thought about, like, driving across the road to the Domino's place and then telling them to deliver it next door. That's how fat my ass is, you know? You're going to pick it up? You haven't truly embraced the fat lifestyle? No, I have. I'm just also really cheap. Weren't we just talking about how the game is on sale, but I still don't want to buy it because I'm fucking cheap? I also don't have a job right now, but that's not the important part. I'm incredibly cheap. I am my mother's son. Huntsman, how do you, I might be jobless with you soon. Yeah, dude, I saw you were talking about that. Do you think you're... I mean, never mind. I'm just not going to ask. I know it's something you're thinking about still, so I'm not going to, like, put any pressure on you to come up with a conclusion by asking. Dude, the holy spam on White Mage is so good. It's a good move. And then it also just looks cool. Literally the best of both worlds you could possibly ask for. Delivery prices are a little much when it takes less than a Galagas to get there and back. Well, here's the thing, right? This is the part that pisses me off. They get paid more to be delivery drivers. Which, fair. Like, I'm not saying they should get paid less. But, and then you get charged a delivery fee to the company that the delivery driver doesn't even get. The delivery driver doesn't get the fee. What's the point in charging the delivery fee besides just corporate greed? And then you also want me to tip the delivery driver when I'm already paying a fee for the delivery. Like, every company is like, they put like a sticker on there that's like, delivery fees are not tips. Alright, bro, it should be. Why are you getting paid for the dude driving the damn pizza to me? White Mage has a bit of a glow up from starting out throwing rocks. They do start out throwing rocks. That's holy. I don't know if you. I assume you remember the move holy at least. That big flower right here. I'll cast it again for no reason. This is holy. This is holy 3. Like turns into a big flower and then it explodes in like these like angelic things. Oh, it's so good. And then the heals are just good. That's the part that I enjoy the most about White Mage. I've been leveling Scholar. See, my Scholar's 90 now. It fucking sucks. Like, it's not fun. It's your heals are nothing. We don't tip delivery drivers here. Yeah, no, it's an American thing. It's an American thing. Tip culture is insane here. Tip culture is insane here. What's crazy is, like, you can't do anything here nowadays without people wanting a tip. You can't do anything here without people wanting a tip. You like order a coffee, they make your coffee and give it to you, and then they're like, oh, they like turn the screen around, they're like, and it's like 30% tip? No. All you did was your job. I'm not tipping you 30% on making a coffee. You didn't do anything. You just cooked the damn coffee. You didn't wait on me. You didn't deliver it. I ain't tipping you shit, son. What's up, Cage? Good morning.
Stars on high. All is ready.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, yeah, you made my sandwich, but that's what you're paid to do. Like, you're getting a wage. The only place you might tip here is a restaurant. Dude, if you eat in America and you don't tip at a restaurant, you're getting crucified. You'll get drug out in the front yard and crucified right there. And they expect like a 25% tip nowadays. It's insane. Tipping culture is nuts. It's so out of touch, Herves, that the person I'm gonna raid out to at the end of my stream, it's fucking crazy. Like, if you tip, one, if you don't tip, you're getting crucified in the front lawn of the restaurant. But two, if you tip and it's only like I have seen people complain that they only got a 20% tip on social media. They're like, I only got tipped 20%. It's so out of touch. It's so crazy. I can't wait for that system to go away, man. That's fucking nuts. Because there's no reason to even have a tipping culture besides the fact that the companies don't want to pay their people, right? And then the people that are complaining about their tips, they're the same people that are like, yeah, I made $300 tonight in money, like straight cash that I'm not going to report to the IRS and pay tax on. Maybe they should, but for the record, the same people, that's what I'm saying, the same people that are complaining about not getting tipped enough are like, yeah, I made $350 in cash tonight that I'm not going to report accurately to the IRS. Bro, leave me alone. I ordered a Route 44 drink at Sonic. I'm not tipping you. You poured liquid into a cup and walked to my car. Used to make tips, and that is so true. What, you tip at a bar? Yes, you tip at a bar. Yeah, you absolutely. You have to tip everywhere here now, man. But for the record, I wasn't talking about a bar. There's a restaurant called Sonic, and you just pull it, like, it's like a little tiny building, and you pull into a stall, and you order, and they just walk the food to you. And so, like, it wants you to, like, and they have, like, half-price drinks if you order on the phone, so that's where I get my drinks if I'm out. So I park as close to the worst possible, so the person puts the fucking drink in the thing, fills it with like Sundrop, and then walks like 10 foot out the door to, like to my car, I'm not tipping you for that. Sorry. I'm not doing it. I hate tipping. I was a bar cook, and the tips often ended up more than the paycheck. The culture for it is obnoxious. See? See? We got an inside man. We got an inside man. Dude, that dungeon went so fast because I started on the tipping tirade. Oh, this dungeon's not so fun. This one can kind of drag on. If a pub here asked people to tip for drinks, everyone would leave. Dude, I'm not one of the people that like hates on America. Like, there's people here that like hate on America. Like, I want to leave. Just leave, dude. Whatever. The one thing I fantasize about leaving this country, I'm like, dude, if I could just get the fuck out of here and just not have to tip ever again, that would be sick. That would be fucking sick. I would love that. Just get the fuck out. Like, just let me pay my bill and leave. Noise filter off? Is it? Nobody said anything? Oh yeah, it is totally blasting, huh? Is it just the fan? Nobody said anything this whole time? How could you guys betray me like this? Settings, audio. No, the noise filter's on. Why is the fan so loud? I feel like it normally doesn't come through. Let me see if that... No, you can still hear it, huh? Dude, I don't want to turn the fan off. What if I just, like... There, I angled it the other way. I think it's not coming through now. I can't turn it off. It's too hot in here to turn the fan off. I used to work at a grocery store where the owner wanted the employee to take the cart to the customer's vehicle, puts groceries in their vehicle, then walk the cart back to the storefront. That included carrying 50-pound bags of potatoes. I barely made any tips because I didn't have boobs. I just don't think... I just hate tipping in general. Like, if you're required to, like, if your boss wants you to do that, you should get paid by the company to do that. And then, if you do like a phenomenal job at whatever you're doing and somebody really liked your service, then they should be like, okay, here's like a $5, right? I hate that tipping is like a required thing. I'm on mobile and the stream is not loading because the building I'm in. Groceries, I know what building you're in. I know exactly where you're at. Thanks for the alert, buddy. Well, you're probably not even going to lurk. You're probably going to close the stream because you're on a mobile, which I don't blame you for that. I wouldn't keep that shit open either. But thanks for stopping in at least. Yeah, Herbs, unironically, I'm like, dude, if I could move out of the States and just live in somewhere where tipping isn't such a big fucking deal. That's how it's supposed to be. Then greed happened and employees didn't want to pay servers an actual wage. Yeah, and that's nuts to me. I don't know why that's still a fucking thing that we allow. But here's the thing, Huntsman. I also feel like at this point, even if we were, like, if servers across the board were to get, like, a raise, I still feel like it's so ingrained in our society at this point that, like, even if servers were to get paid whatever money, right, they would still expect the tip. So then they'd be making the full wage, and then also, like, you would still get publicly shamed for not dropping like a 20% tip on your meal. I don't know, man. I hate tipping. I do. I really do. Because one, I feel like the service you get is generally not even that great. Like, I don't remember the last time I've been to a restaurant and the waiter like wowed me, you know? Like, I get they're busy, you know, they got stuff to do. That's not like you're not their only table. But like, I don't remember the last time I got like waited on and I was like, damn, this person was on top of it, you know? So I feel like the service you get is just fine. Like, honestly, if they would let me get up and go get my own drink, I'd rather fucking do that. Honestly. But they bring you your food, they maybe refill your drink like once. And then that's it. If they know they're getting a tip anyway, why would they put any extra effort in? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Because the tips are so expected nowadays, like you'll get publicly shamed. Like at this point, you will get posted on like TikTok. They'll like record your ass walking out of the restaurant. Like, this guy only gave me a 10% tip. I refilled his cup once, and he only tipped me 10%. That bastard. It's so expected that, you know, like I'm saying, like you don't get wowed anymore. Like people, like they bring you your food, they give you one refill, and you're like, okay, I'll clean the table off when you're gone. Give me some money. I would love it so much if the employers would just pay their damn servers a wage, and I could just stop worrying about tips. That would be phenomenal. That would be so great for me. Because then I get like anxiety about it. I'm like, fuck, how much do they want you to tip? That's only when I'm getting waited on though. If I walk up to a fucking counter and they want and I like buy something and then they spin that fucking tip screen around on me, zero. Get that shit out of my face. Last few times have been terrible. That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't remember the last time I went somewhere and ate and was taken care of. I got like one refill. Like I saw the waitress like twice. But hers. So there's such a I was gonna say this earlier. There's such a meme around like the tipping thing. I want to set up a bit with Dev one day. I haven't pitched this to him at all, but I feel like he'd be on board for it. I'll read that in a second, Huntsman. I don't want to get distracted. I want to set up a bit because Dev's Canadian, so he's part of like the tipping thing. And I want to do like a hunt showdown raid with him, and then have an image already open on his computer where I'm like, all right, Dev, like we end the raid, right? I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna send you a little something, and then he opens it up on stream, and it's like a screenshot of like the tipping screen with like 30% and everything. I think that'd be so fucking funny. Like that'd be such a good bit. Like tipping me for the hunt showdown raid. Because that's it. I guess it might not make as much sense to you. That's exactly how they pitch it to you here. You'll buy a coffee and they'll be like, oh, the screen's just gonna ask you a little question, and they like spin this thing around and it's just got like a bunch of squares on it, right? Let me see if I can find like the exact one I'm talking about. It'll be like an iPad and they're like, oh, it's just gonna ask you like a little question, and then they spin this shit around on you right here. And it's like, it's just gonna ask you a little question. No tip. Get that shit out of my face. Get that shit out of my face. All you did was pour coffee in a cup. So I think it'd be so funny to like do one raid with him and then be like, oh, I'm just gonna send you a little something. It's just gonna ask you a little question. And then he just like pulls it up on stream and it's like a tipping screen. I think it'd be so funny. Oh man, I cracked myself up. All right, Huntsman, back to it. You don't wow me or put up with the kids in a decent manner, you're not making a tip. You don't act like a server, I'm not treating you like a server. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't expect them to like bend over backwards for me, right? Like, I just want to be like waited on. Like, that's literally what your job is. Like, I shouldn't have to be worried about all this shit that like you're supposed to be handling. That's when you earn a tip. Like when you take care of the shit you're supposed to be taking care of. Which, by the way, controversial point, I shouldn't have to tip you for you doing your job in the first place. But, you know, that's just not the world we live in right now. Now, if you're like busting your ass, like if you really take care of like the table, like you're doing great, I don't have a problem doing a little tip. But now we're just looping back in on itself with the conversations going in circles at this point. So would you tip a taxi driver too? That's what I'm saying, man. First of all, I would never take a taxi. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you should not have to tip somebody for doing the job they're being paid to do. If they're not making enough money, the employer should be responsible for that, not me. I'm already buying the food and everything else, man. Leave me alone, you know? I'm just here. Looks like we're doing little baby pools. Dude, this VOD's gonna get posted on Twitter. I'm gonna get publicly crucified on X, the site formerly known as Twitter. Fat, scruffy-haired beta male Final Fantasy player doesn't tip. You know, I can already see the I can already see the headline. Oh my god. I bet a lot of Americans are frustrated by it, but going against the expectations is tough. Dude, everyone is sick of it. Everyone is sick of it. I think there are servers that are sick of it. Except they're part of it, so like they understand, like, you know, well, I got a tip. So I use a stopwatch to see how long it takes to ask for drinks. That might be a little bit much. That might be that's a little much. But like, I don't know, because we're at a point now where genuinely, if tipping were to stop, the people would be making less money. Like, even if they got a raise, they'd be making less money because their tips right now are so high because the expectation is so fucking high. So, like, they're not going to want to get off tips because they're making more money with tips, and they're not reporting it all to the fucking IRS, so they're not getting taxed on all of it, so they're making even more money. So there's just no reality where they want to get off tips. I want to get off tips. I don't make tips. I only have to pay them. I just want to pay for my food and leave, you know? How did we even get on this conversation? I don't remember. I'm glad you stopped by this morning, Herbs. You've been genuinely great to have in stream, and I've been having a great time hanging out in your stream. I mean, guys, Herbs streams. I don't know his schedule to save my life, to be honest. I'm so bad at keeping up with people. But when I catch him streaming, he's always doing some fun stuff. He plays Dark Tide. He plays Pistol Whip, which is kind of like Beat Saber, but you have a gun. All started with Domino's. Oh yeah, the pepperoni pizza bread, man. The pepperoni pizza bread. But yeah, you guys should check out Herbs if you like just a cool place to chill and hang out with a devilishly handsome British man. Herbs is a cool guy to chill with. Shit. Oh. This shouldn't hit me here, I don't think. Yeah. Oh god, what the hell? Dude, both my DPS just got their shit rocked by that attack. I'm in ads, but thank you. That was the world's worst heart, by the way. I couldn't have my hands off the keyboard for too long. I gotta keep these dudes alive. See the info? The info on what? What info? Hurt? Hmm. Yeah, I did. I only stopwatch when it has been like 10 minutes and the store wasn't busy. But at that point, it's a little obsessive. Like, what's the point? What's the point in stopwatching it? Like, you know, this. Like, if the service is bad, it's bad. There's no point in like recording it. I guess that's the part that I'm like, I don't get it. I think at that point, it just seems a little obsessive. Dude, we're getting fucking blasted.
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you.
Herbs, are you back yet? I wanted to ask you something. And now that I think about it, I don't remember what I wanted to. Oh no, I do remember what I wanted to ask you. Herbs, you are okay? Yeah. I got a new ad today on Twitch I've never seen before. Before I went live, I was lurking on a friend. I was lurking on OK Spud, who is a super cool chick. Super cool chick. She plays a lot of Tarkov. I was watching her stream. I had it pulled up on my phone. I was like listening while I was doing something else. And all of a sudden, like the audio like paused for a second, and I looked over and her stream was still playing. But instead of the regular audio, like I could still see the full video for the stream. 100% entire stream video. But the audio was completely pulled out and replaced by ad audio that was like 2 times louder than the stream. So it wasn't like a video ad. There was just like a little icon way up in the top corner that showed like the product name, and then it was just audio. They stopped her audio and played audio that was like twice as loud as the stream, and it was like 2 minutes long. Well, they all walked out of that. That's unfortunate. That was weird. I'd never seen that kind of Twitch ad before. That threw me for a loop. Haven't seen that yet. Yeah, this is my first time this morning. Maybe it's something new they're rolling out. But yeah, man, it was like I was shocked by how loud the damn ad was. It was so loud. I don't even remember what it was over, because I ended up just turning my volume off because I couldn't avoid it at all. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not listening to this. You know? Dude, the only good thing Twitch has ever done with their ads, have you ever gotten the ad where it's just like a little strip at like the side of the screen? There's no audio, there's no, you can still see the full stream, you still see the full video, and there's just like a little strip ad on the side. That's my favorite ad. It's so unintrusive. Like, I don't know why they're so hell-bent on making the ads intrusive, you know? Like, we're providing a live service where, like, interaction is, like, key. Never had that? That's a shame. It literally, like, I rarely see it, so I bet it's, like, the least popular ad. They get paid the least for it, I'm sure. But it's just, like, a little strip along the side of the stream, like, right at the edge. It just shrinks the video down a little bit, and it just shows you, like, a product. That's it. Doesn't stop the video, doesn't stop the audio. That's where it's at. But I'm sure they make less money for that because it's not forcing the viewer's eyes to look at a damn 30-second long Lysol commercial. I can't wait for, like, for advertisements to chill, you know? Like, it's gotta happen at some point. There's gotta be like an ad revolution. Wish I could turn ads off on my stream, honestly. They already take a cut of subs and bits. Yeah. Yeah, no. Dude, don't get me started. Even before I started streaming, that shit got on my nerves so bad. I was like, why do you take half of the sub? More than half on most occasions. They take like a little over 50%. Because like on some of my subs, it'll show like new subscriber, and it'll show I made like $2.30. So not even, I don't even get like the full 50%. So I'm like, what? And then what's really fucked up, Herbs? You ever? I don't know if you have any, but I definitely don't have any. So I'm going off what I've been told. The tier 2 and tier 3 subs that are like $30 a month, if you like really want to support the person, I think they still take 50% of that, like $20 a month. I believe they do. That's what I was told. And that's fucking nuts. How do they justify that? That's crazy. America greedy? Well, greed is universal. Dude, don't even get me started on taxes. I don't even want to get in on that. I'm barely holding it together on the tip thing. I don't want to talk about taxes right now. I can start to. I can feel my temple tightening up right here. I can feel it. My eyes gonna start twitching soon. We gotta change subject to something happier. I'm tired of talking about corporate greed. Full pivot. Full pivot. Full pivot like friends. Had a tier 3 sub for a while, but never checked. Think it's just a flat rate Twitch takes, though, so it makes sense if it's half. That's nuts, though, man. I know I literally just said we need to pivot, but final statement. If they're taking $2.50 from a $5 sub, on what earth does that make sense? That they're like, oh, well, we also get 50% of like a $30 a month sub. Like, you're not providing... At that point, you're providing a platform, yes. But it's not like you're doing any extra work for somebody giving more money a month, you know? Like, you didn't do any work. You're just taking more money for no reason. Now I'm gonna get shadow banned from Twitch because I've publicly shamed their ad system. Here's a pivot. Did you hear about the teacher that made a class of 4th graders watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? I didn't. I did hear about it. I saw. Was it a Moist Critical video? I remember seeing a caption for it, but I didn't watch it. That is hilarious. Like, genuinely funny. That's the Winnie the Pooh horror movie for anybody who doesn't know that came out. A 4th grade teacher showed it to a math class. It's awful, but really tickled me. I refuse to believe that they made the 4th graders watch it. I feel like it had to be like, I didn't watch it, but like, surely the teacher didn't know, right? They're like, oh, it's a Winnie the Pooh movie. How bad could it be? The one you watched. It's awful, but really tickled me. I mean, it's really funny. It's really funny. Apparently the kids asked the teacher to turn it off, but he refused. That's fucking nuts. What is it rated? It's a horror movie. Like, I'm pretty sure it's rated R. Like, it is genuinely a horror movie. He just... That motherfucker just tank LB'd? Surprised the kids didn't have to have their parents sign a waiver. Well, that's the thing, is it wasn't supposed to be shown. Like, the teacher just put it on. And according to Herbs, the kids were like, please turn it off. And they're like, no. They just kept playing it to them. Like, that's traumatic. I did read that the school board is like paying for therapy, right? For some of the kids, if they need it. From being forced to watch a fucking, like, a B-rate horror film. Also, did that teacher get fired? I know tenure is kind of a thing in older teachers, and they're like impossible to fire. But I feel like that's aggressive enough that I feel like they should have been fired. If the kids were like, "Please turn off this horror film," and they're like, "No, fourth graders watch," that's a fireable offense in my opinion.
Many faces have I worn.
Call me crazy. I know. Very controversial.
You will persist in this folly no longer.
I don't think there'd been a conclusion to it when I watched the video. Yeah, it's like a relatively new thing. It's like it happened just the other day. So I'm sure the teacher's on like unpaid leave or some shit right now.
The stage is set.
Sorry, I got really focused on pulling that guy to safety. Also, my nose is starting to run, so I might start sniffling for the rest of this boss fight. Dude, these guys are getting their absolute asses kicked, man. Yep, they're dead.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Was there a quiz based on the movie? That is actually really funny to think about. How many ounces of blood were spilled in this film? They are dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. Fuck me.
What a boorish audience you are.
I'm gonna die. Why did they release? I'm dead now. I was so distracted with them releasing. Oh, why did the tank release? Dude, I was fucking raising. That's unfortunate. My lip is kind of sore right here. I feel like I'm about to get like a little ingrown hair where I trimmed the other day. I hate that shit, man. That shit irks me. Oh man, is Dev live yet? It looks like Dev is live, so I think after this raid, after this dungeon, we're gonna raid out to him. God damn it. Ask for a tip for the raid. I wish I could. I need to, dude. Hers. I'm gonna make a macro just because you said that. I'm gonna make a macro that's just, it's just like a it auto posts in the chat like a box that's like it auto posts like a box that has like the little tipping thing. That's so good. Holy shit! Thank you, Hers, for that idea. I'll work on it eventually. So for the sound alerts, I turned the delay on stream elements up so it wouldn't spoil me before the sound started. And then I realized that there's just a Twitch sound alert thing that pops up too. Like it shows in the chat when somebody redeems it. So maybe I can turn that delay up too so I don't like the sound will start before the notification. I don't know. We'll see. Still filling things up. I love the idea of like, dude, Hers, that's so funny, man. I love the idea of making a macro that's like that's
back on the menu, boys.
Meat's back on the menu, boys. I love that. Have like a macro that posts like a box in the chat that has like the whole little tipping screen on it. The universe size idea. Hers. What's up, Yoshi? Good morning, buddy.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
Happy to help. I saw it. I'm about to finish this dungeon and raid out to Dev since he's finally graced us with his presence. Tell us a joke, then hit us with the tip macro. I'm gonna start. What I need to do is I need to make it like my raise. I need to make the macro where when I replace the raise button with the macro, so I cast raise on the person, and then it auto posts to the chat like it auto posts to the chat like the tip thing every single time I raise somebody. I think that would be pretty good. They got it. Look at them. They're learning. Need that on Red Mage. You'd be raking in the cash. True. I don't play Red Mage though because I think it's kind of boring. Like, it's not boring. I don't like the gameplay loop of it. It's a pretty engaging gameplay loop, to be fair. Boring is definitely not the right word for it. It doesn't titillate me. It's better than Scholar. Scholar fucking sucks. Straight up. Just not fun. I like to see the big numbers. Yoink. I love the healer pull. When you were playing Herbs, they had the rescue ability, right? Where you can pull people. I love that shit. I feel like such a G when I pull somebody to safety. Healing low-level dungeons to Scholar is the best. Yeah, because you can just... I have actually set the tank on follow and then just left. And while my fairy did all the healing for the dungeon. Oh shit, nope, wrong side. The Dragoon's gonna get hit again. The tank sucked it. The Paladin put the cover on the Dragoon and ate the fucking AoE. I'm giving it just for that. The Paladin gets the fucking player comm. Yeah, they did. Pulling people onto stack markers is good too. Dude, I think it should be a lower cooldown. It should be like a 1 minute cooldown. Or 30. I want to yoink. I want to yoink dudes all over the damn place. I love pulling people to safety. I'm a healer. Why shouldn't I be able to, like, get over here, you know? Like, why is it like a 2 minute cooldown? It's not a res. Let me fucking yoink, man. Alright, boys. Dev is live. I'm going to raid over to him. Super cool, friendly Canadian man. He's on Tarkov this morning. I'm I'm not only am I gonna raid the dev. Why did that? What? I just want to say old school RuneScape is a great game for while I'm working. I was gonna say Final Fantasy is a great game, but that's actually terrible. It's a terrible idea because you're like all in the. I got yoinked. Anti-troll cooldown. Well, yeah, but like still, you know, like just give me like a 30 or 60-second cooldown, and it's only usable in combat already. So like, anyways, I'm gonna read you guys out the dev. When we get there, I'm gonna do some point redemptions to make him put on his hat, and I'm gonna play some cute audios from his kid. His little kid makes all his little sound alerts. He's so cute, man. He's adorable. I'm gonna send you guys over. Hers, thank you for joining, man. You're always a delight to have around. Yoshu, thanks for stopping in. Cage, thank you for hanging out. Huntsman, I know you don't chat that much, but I see you. I see you lurking. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the view count. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's a shorter stream, but I literally just wanted to go live and kill some time until Dev went live. So I'm gonna send you guys over. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day. I will be live later on some Warframe. So see you then.